Sponsored by
कब्ज और उससे संबंधित तकलीफों का समाधान, बैद्यनाथ कब्ज आहार दे, कब्ज में आराम, प्राकृतिक और सुरक्षित।
After reports of Alexei Navalny's death on Friday, world leaders including United States President Joe Biden, European Union President Ursula von der Leyen, and NATO Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg quickly denounced Putin, suspecting that the Russian president was behind Navalny's death. Alexei Navalny, Russia's most prominent opposition leader for the past decade, reportedly spent his final weeks in a penal colony above the Arctic Circle on alleged extremism charges that were widely seen as politically motivated. While his 19-year-old prison sentence was widely condemned by several groups in the West as punishment for daring to cross President Vladimir Putin, Navalny, as per reports, posted regularly through messages passed through his lawyers on social media in a characteristically optimistic and light-hearted tone. Outraged over his sudden demise on Friday, US President Joe Biden said that there was no doubt that President Vladimir Putin's government was behind the death. While Biden believes that Putin is responsible for the death of the outspoken Russian dissident Navalny, US officials were still seeking more information on the report. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Zelensky, whose country has been invaded by Putin, has also pinned blame on the Russian president, adding that it's obvious that Navalny was killed by Putin. Additionally, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, while praising Putin's critic Navalny, added that the death makes clear what kind of the Russian regime is. For those unaware, Alexei Navalny has been behind bars in Russia since January 2021 following his return to Moscow from Germany, where he was recovering from nerve agent poisoning that he attributed to the Kremlin. In August of last year, a Russian court handed down a 19-year prison sentence to Navalny for his conviction on extremism charges. Navalny's wife Yulia told the Munich security conference that she could not believe that her husband had died because Putin and his regime lie incessantly. Appealing to the international community to help punish Putin's regime, she warned Putin's administration, stating that it will have to bear responsibility for what the Russian president did to the country, her family, and her husband. Notably, Navalny's death is just the latest in the long line of Vladimir Putin's critics who have been jailed or silenced or met brutal ends over the years. Last year, former head of the Wagner paramilitary group, Yevgeny Prigozhin, who led a failed mutiny against Russia's Ministry of Defense, died when the plane he was flying in exploded mid-air. This incident happened just 2 months after Prigozhin led a march for justice against the Russian government, indicating that Vladimir Putin might be behind his death.